What's happening, y'all? This is Andrew from Mirror Music, and this is another installment, actually the final installment for the Grateful Dead Reactions series 50th anniversary of the September 1974 shows through Europe. This one is from Paris on September 21st, 1974. We're going to do today an Eyes of the World that is not connected to Estimated Prophet, but this Eyes of the World goes into China Doll. My research indicates that this was the end of the first set in Paris that evening, so I'm looking forward to seeing both the quality of the recording and see if the boys locked into the groove that night. So again, this is Eyes of the World to China Doll. I've done, obviously, reactions to Eyes of the World before, but not to China Doll. So it'll be an interesting new experience for me. I don't know that I know that song at all. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So, Eyes of the World, China Doll, Paris, I think it's September 21st, right? September 21st, 1974. So, here we go. Always forget about the major sevenths in here. I love that little riff. Somebody got out the wood blocks. Got a little beach music flow to it now. This is going to be a good one. Bass is all on this side this time.
Right outside this lazy summer home.
Make sure if you're using headphones for this, you're not listening to it just in one. You have to have both for this one.
Sold a critic. Right outside the lazy gate. Winter summer home.
This is much less sharp than some of the other ones I've heard before. I love this. This is another one I'm going to be singing in my head for a week now. Harmonies are sharper than they were the night before, too. been meaning to ask this for a while. Was Kreutzmann, is that how you say his name? The drummer. Was he a jazz drummer before this? I certainly hear a lot of that kind of styling in there. My understanding is that Mickey is also the one that plays a lot of the other, like, congas or the wood blocks or all the other percussion stuff. And if I have that messed up, please let me know. This definitely is a much more smooth jazz feeling treatment of this.
There comes a redeemer, and he slowly too fades away. And follows away, and behind him that's loaded with flame.
It's interesting what Phil did as a counterpoint to that little da-da-da-da part.
Night comes so quiet, it's close on the heels of the day. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world. The heart has its beaches, its homeland, and thoughts of its own.
Keith's piano is a lot higher in the mix than this one too, actually. Now it's got a little intensity in it now. It's not just gliding along.
Sometimes we live no particular way, but sometimes we visit your country and live in your home. Sometimes we ride on your horses. Sometimes we walk alone. Sometimes the songs that we hear are just songs of our own. Wake up to find out that you are the eyes of the world.
There's a little funk in there now.
Heart has its features, its homeland, and thoughts of its own.
A little bit.
Wake now, discover that you are the song that the morning
This is one of the best examples, the song, of how they smash all these styles together. They're blended together in a way that can't even really define the style. Like it's got a jazz drumming going on. funk psychedelic bass line. And who knows where the guitars are. And then like a folky Crosby, Stills and Nash kind of harmony singing. Like I've heard drum lines like that on like Coltrane albums and stuff. I think it's not a mistake or a surprise that Branford Marsalis wanted to jump in on this particular song when he played with them. Probably, 15 years after this? Something like that? You hear Bobby pull that back with he played the riff a couple times before everybody else jumped back into it. Because they were threatening to go out somewhere where the net couldn't catch them. So they pulled it back for a second, but this is like was out in some jazz psychedelia stuff until he pulled this riff back. This is a very jazz. It's even like structured like a jazz song where you come back to the main riff every once in a while and then go off of these tangents, right? See, there's come back. It came back and did a quick 8 of this, and now we're why I gave Phil an overdrive pedal. This is the one that doesn't live inside your skull, it lives inside your chest. This doesn't sound like any of the Eyes of the World riffs that we've heard so far either. Or any of the... So is this one you're starting to move towards? This has got to be, right? Tell me if you hear any like China Doll pieces in there. What's a minor riff? Like, that's quiet enough transition. You can hear the audience cheering in the background. Like through the mics on the stage.
The bells of heaven ring. Tell me what you done it for. No, I won't tell you a thing. Yesterday I begged you.
This reminds me of something. I can't place it. Play John Lennon song maybe?
I hit the ground. All I leave behind me is only what I found.
It's a really pretty song, though. Got the wood block back out.
Let the hurdy-gurdy play. Stranger ones have come by here before they flew away.
I was looking up what a hurdy-gurdy was. Like, I knew it was an instrument, but
Nor yet would I deny.
there's a little Pink Floyd there, too.
I would ask the same of you, but failing will not die. Take up your China doll. Take up your China doll. It's only fractured. Just a little nervous from the fall.
That's a really beautiful song. Like, it's not one that like I said, it's not one that I'm familiar with, but it is very beautiful. It's not exactly Beatley, but it's like that late John Lennon, like Pink Floyd-ish kind of feel to it. I don't know if it was written around the same time too. It would have been about this time in history, actually, like early mid 70s. I think 74 was Dark Side of the Moon, right? I think 74, 75, in that kind of area. So maybe 73. I don't know. It is in that general region for sure. So picking up on that kind of diminished chord vibe in there too. Though I'm assuming China Doll came before that. Um, so this is beautiful. Like, I'm going back. Sometimes I have to make notes as it goes along because it's, I mean, this was 25 minutes worth of stuff, right? About 23, 24, 25, something like that worth of songs. And so I forget what happens at the beginning by the time we get to the end, because I have to strike the balance, obviously, is because this is sort of a performance, right? Like, I have to like interact with y'all and talk and stuff. And I know that annoys some of you, but like, YouTube will take the videos down if I don't talk some. So, but I have to have a balance, right, between I'm listening to this for enjoyment, and going along with the flow of the music and the going along on the ride that the songs take me on, and still stay present enough. There's two being presents, right? There's the being present with the music as it goes and following on that journey. But there's also being present, like here in this space with this microphone and sharing it with you too. So it's hard to balance those two things sometimes. But man, that was a beautiful interpolation, and two songs that I wouldn't. If I'd known both of them, I knew Eyes of the World before, but not China Doll. If I'd known both of them, I wouldn't have placed them together, but it works. And that's a lot of the joy of the Grateful Dead, right? Like, you're putting things together that shouldn't probably work, but they do in the hands of this band. One question I had for you before I get out of here, that Take Up Your China Doll, na 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 part that is, at least the na 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 part's winking at Hey Jude. Do they cycle it at the end sometimes, like Hey Jude does? Because McCartney, when he plays Hey Jude live, will do the na 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 part. He'll do that for 5 minutes, right, over and over, and have the audience sing along and that kind of thing. And I was kind of surprised to hear, honestly, that they did that harmony, Take Up Your China Doll, na 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 part. That they only did each of those things essentially once or twice, right? They didn't repeat them out at the end. I mean, I guess that's another example of how the Grateful Dead surprised me, right? But are there other versions of this song? That was really the question. I'm babbling now. Were there other versions of the song where they do spin that out for a while? I would love to hear those as well. So this is the end, actually, of this was the last show they played in September of 1974 at the Palais des Sports on September 21st. And it's been a fun ride going through this month and having kind of a parameter on the shows that I'm looking for and the ones that I'm pulling from. So if you enjoyed this journey, please tell me in the comments too. We'll do more of these sometime in the future as well. So again, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Eyes of the World to China Doll, September 21st, 1974 in Paris. We'll see y'all next time. Take care, y'all.